Thank you so much for attending my PowerPoint presentation on Sniper, a hero for Sadists. Sniper is a ranged agility carry who is best known for his ridiculous attack range. At level 18, with Take Aim active in a Dragon Lance, his attack range is 1400, which, for reference, is 200 more range than a Blink Dagger. This gives Sniper the unique ability to peck at your supports from an entire screen away, and a lot of playing against him is figuring out how the hell to get close to him. Still, this insane range is balanced by the fact that he doesn't do that much physical damage at the start, and he has about as much tank as a greasy paper bag. Still, his scaling is absolutely ridiculous, and he's very good at both postponing the game when he's losing and finishing it off when he's winning. He also has the honor of being one of two Valve characters who is a sniper named Sniper. His actual in-lore game is Cardell Sharpeye, which sounds like an incredibly annoying D&D character. Ultimately, Sniper asks one big question to the enemy team. If I can hit you from this far away, how the hell are you going to kill me? And at the beginning of the game, most characters just can't. Playing against him is an exercise in patience, waiting until you have the right combination of abilities, items, and teamwork to actually jump on this fucker and put him in the grave. Until then, you just have to deal with his incredibly annoying right-click and very good spells. One of the first things you have to learn as a sniper player is how to do the sniper shuffle. This term was coined by, I think, a commentator or maybe another streamer, I can't remember what it is, but it's the idea that when you're laning a sniper, you right-click the enemy a couple of times, wait for them to start walking towards you, and then walk away. This clever balancing of positioning will allow you to deal a ton of harassment in the lane while receiving very little in return. Now, notably, Sniper has two very interesting facets. The first is Ghillie Suit, which makes it so that if you're in Fog of War and you activate Take Aim, your attacks on enemy heroes won't reveal you. Situationally useful, but what it really does is it keeps shrapnel as God intended. It's a massive AoE utility spell that deals damage over time, slows, and, most importantly, provides vision. This is what allows him to be so good at taking high ground. It's also a great farming tool, and in some lanes you're going to max it so that you can throw shrapnel on the wave, hit the bong, and then wait for the next wave to show up and do the whole process again. His second facet is Scattershot, which takes all the damage and slow of shrapnel and condenses it into about 3/4 of a second. Just like with Ghillie Suit, he gets 3 charges of these, which means that you can effectively pop them all at the same time to deal a Laguna Blade's worth of damage starting at level 5, while also slowing them down so they can't run from your right clicks. If you're playing as a core sniper, Ghillie Suit is probably the better option because of all the utility standard shrapnel has, but there is a time and place for Scattershot, and we'll be talking about that in a couple slides. Now, as for how to play Sniper, I'm going to assume that you're taking him to the mid lane. You can play him as a carry, and maybe a couple of other positions, but let's just talk about Pause 2 Sniper. Depending on the lane, you're going to max either Shrapnel or Headshot. You're going to max Shrapnel if you don't actually want to interact with the lane that much, you just want to throw Shrapnel on it and then go hit the jungle, or if you're going to be right-clicking an Ember Spirit, Earthshaker, any other melee hero that you can bully, go ahead and max Headshot and deal a ton of damage while also slowing them for some reason, about a third of the time that you right-click them. You're going to repeat this process for as long as you can until you have a couple of items set up. Now, Sniper can gank, but what he's much better at is waiting for an enemy side lane to dive under your own tier 1, TPing into the trees, throwing out shrapnel, and making them regret ever thinking they could kill your position 5. Outside of that, just clear the wave out with shrapnel, go hit the jungle. He's really good at stacking thanks to his massive attack range, so you can stack multiple camps and then aggro them within one shrapnel to clear them at the same time. As for item builds, Maelstrom is an obvious choice. He benefits a lot from the on-hit effect and attack speed. Dragon Lance is also obvious. It's another 140 free attack range. If you go these items, do not listen to all of the guides in the game. I don't know why they tell you to do this. Go Maelstrom first, every single time. Maelstrom helps you farm Dragonlance a hell of a lot better than Dragonlance helps you farm Maelstrom. Once you're done with that, just identify how you're most likely to die, and then itemize around that. Sniper's biggest weakness is when heroes can get on top of him, and he can't get them off him to continue right-clicking him. So there's a ton of defensive options that are really good. Shard is an obvious one. It bounces you away from the opponent and disarms them and slows them briefly. You can use it to get over walls, through trees, however you want. BKB is great for stifling magic initiations, but Satanic is my favorite. You pop that when the Spirit Breaker runs up on you, and you can hold your ground like a real Texan man. Towards the end of the game, your inventory should look like Boots, Hurricane Pike, Mjolnir, and then 2 defensive options, and then another damage item. Usually a Daedalus is the most obvious choice, so I don't know, that, BKB, and Satanic, something along those lines. Remember, your key objective is not to deal a bunch of damage, it's to stay alive for as long as you can. Itemize around that, and trust me, the damage will come. Now, all of this I'm sure sounds quite fun, and trust me it is. There's a reason Sniper is one of the most played heroes in the game. But what if I told you that with the addition of the latest Scattershot facet, there's a second, more eviler way of playing Sniper? The idea of support sniper was a meme before Scattershot got added to the game. Now, it's still a meme, but slightly less so. With that ability, Sniper is amazing at just chucking out as many shrapnels as he can, dealing a ton of damage, and guaranteeing that one of the lane opponents will die. You can play him as a 4, you can play him as a 5, you can roam with him because shrapnel has such an insane range, and Assassinate is a great ability to have on a support. I haven't talked about it much yet, but Sniper's ultimate is Assassinate. This is a targeted ability with a ridiculous range that deals a right-click worth of damage, and also a giant magical nuke. The range makes it amazing at picking off heroes that are low while they're running away from a team fight, and if you get a kill with it, the cooldown refreshes, so you can use it on another hero immediately. If you get an Aghanim Scepter, it now does even more damage, the startup is a fifth of what it usually is, and it deals a massive stun if you don't kill the hero outright. You still have the refresh feature, but the cooldown is so much lower that you're not even worried about it. It goes from something that ends fights to something that starts one. You can begin a gank with Assassinate and then kill the hero with the same ability once your teammates get them low enough. It's an amazing support tool, and when combined with Scattershot, make him a magic damage dealing machine. Super fun to play. Would I take this into a ranked game when my metal's at 99%? Probably not. Would I take it to a tournament match with money on the line? Probably not. But 2 a.m. on a Thursday, drunk with my friends queuing up for Turbo on US West, I'm picking support Sniper. We're going to lose, and I'm going to have fun the whole time. I have a few thoughts on Sniper's status as a pub stomp, noob killer type hero. Feel free to read about it here, but if you skip to the last sentence, I'm going to pop out of your closet tonight. Now, if you're new to Dota and you haven't figured out how to beat this stupid piece of shit yet, I've got some tips for you. The most obvious counter to Sniper is to just run up on him, and there's a ton of heroes that are really good at this. Spirit Breaker is the most obvious choice, but Slark is also good. Hop on him with Pounce, eliminate a lot of his defensive options, and just right-click him until he dies. Spectre is even better. She's got her ultimate that gets her on top of Sniper no matter where he is, and thanks to his range, he's usually far away from whatever creep camp he's farming, which lets you proc Desolate very consistently. There's also plenty of items that can help get you closer to him on any hero. Blink Dagger is the most obvious choice. You can use Force Staff to bring yourself in. Shadow Blade is really good. You just have to hope he's not standing on top of a random sentry for some reason. Heaven's Halberd to stop him from right-clicking. Blade Mail is also a really good item because he doesn't have much of an HP pool and all he does is damage, so pop Blade Mail when he's laying into you, he might just kill himself. Another tip, if there's a sniper on the enemy team and you don't have a natural counter, type the word Spirit on the hero pick screen. All 6 of the heroes that come up counter Sniper, assuming you know how to play them. For the love of God, do not pick Earth Spirit if you've never played him before, thinking that you'll use it to counter Sniper. You will feed. Lastly, as a fun little tip, if you're running away from Sniper and he's got Assassinate on you, you can tell because there's a little debuff above your health bar, you can pop a Smoke of Deceit after the Assassinate launches and it won't hit you. I don't know why it works like that, but I'm very glad it does. You can then tip the Sniper afterwards for maximum effect. Be sure to spam a voice line or two in the process. And if you ever do this for your carry or your mid, they will love you forever. Guaranteed commend. Get your good boy points up. So in conclusion, Sniper is a very fun hero and you should play him. Support Sniper is an even more fun hero and you probably shouldn't play him. Stay as far away from the enemy team as possible and pray to God that they never figure out how to get close to you. Peace on planet Earth.